My name is Toby Schwartz. I've been teaching for 22 years, and I teach now at Victoria Park Collegiate Institute.
My name is Sue Mays. I've been teaching for 25 years, and I teach at Victoria Park Collegiate Institute in Toronto.
Hi, my name is Peter Lohaz. I have been teaching for about 20 years, and I am teaching currently at Victoria Park Collegiate Institute in Toronto.
The range of complexities in moving modern education systems towards improvement around the world have often centered around the role of international organizations in constructing a world culture characterized by homogeneous national educational policies linked to modern ideals of nation and citizen. In particular, the teaching profession has come under intense scrutiny within recent decades as research points to the capability of teachers as a primary determining factor in relation to student performance. This attention placed on teachers has caused both global and state actors to pursue the development or reform of teachers in a myriad of ways. The changing expectations of teachers' roles in society are compounded by these various actors and the policies that are pursued and created in order to accommodate a particular agenda. The particular narrow interests of economic organizations are often at odds with those of teachers, who are generally faced with multiple challenges and circumstances while aiming to achieve a more holistic agenda. So how have economic institutions come to shape teachers' roles? The post-war period not only created the desire for political and social stability, but also created a new pathway for international cooperation and relations. As the world was recovering from the two world wars, the restructuring and creation of multilateral organizations evinced the need for partnerships and cooperation amongst the nation-states and political partnership to prevent the possibility of another global war. The primary means by which stability was sought through economic cooperation, which created the United Nations and Bretton Woods institutions, including the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund, as well as through mass education systems. The creation of these institutions introduced a new field of global governance. It is commonly cited that the World Bank has become the single dominant driver of educational policy within the past 50 years. The Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development has been positioned as a global governor of education more recently, legitimated by arguments such as the need to create more efficient education systems and to manage a crisis in the teaching profession.
We're in the middle of a paradigm shift because we're moving from the idea of curriculum in English classes, a curriculum that is content-based, to a curriculum that's skills-based. And I think we're not quite in a place yet where we've realized what skills students in this day and age actually require in order to survive. They're not needing to write essays, and I think universities need to get past that as well. I think there's a lot more media that needs to be dealt with. There's a lot more of everything that needs to be dealt with, and critical literacy is a very big part of it. The idea that you have to be able to understand what sources are valid when every source is available to you, and we're not teaching those kinds of things.
I believe that teachers have to have an understanding or knowledge of who they are first and foremost. If they have that understanding, it gives them strength to be able to understand and appreciate, although not necessarily agree with other views.
The skills themselves are sort of hard to pinpoint, but in terms of thinking outside your own perspective and being literate and reading and questioning and suspending judgment and just becoming more and more exposed to different ideas yourself in order to bring that into your classroom.
They will involve intensive professional development with people who actually really understand what critical literacy means. And then we have to completely revamp the curriculum in order to allow it to be done in the classrooms, because it can't be done in this science is here, math is here, English is here, and none of these things interact. And the answer is it's all one big thing, and you need to find a way of addressing that.